Hello, everyone, and welcome. Eagles Insider Dave Spitair with head coach Doug Pederson. Our weekly one-on-one presented by Wawa. Good win on Sunday, Coach.
Thank you, Dave.
I'm glad you feel that way. What do you take from the game as you watched all the film and now think about the Tennessee Titans?
Quite honestly, kind of resembled the comments I made after the game. You know, great teams find ways to win football games like that, and it's a resilient group. You find out more and more about your football team when sort of your feet are in the fire. And you know, obviously, we understand that every team is going to give us their best shot and best effort, and we have to be prepared for that. And the Colts are a good football team, and obviously Coach Wright has them playing extremely well and at a high level. So you have to match the intensity, you know, each week, and we found a way, and it was exciting to get the win.
How did Carson play?
Carson, he played well. I mean, the numbers obviously show that he had some really good numbers in there. You know, you got to be careful with ball security. You know, with the fumble and the pick deep in our zone, they got the ball back at the 17 and the 13-yard line. Conversely, defense stopped them to two field goals, so that's a positive there. But you just don't want to do that. And then overall, you know, I think the more he plays, you know, obviously he'll see the field better and do some things there. But overall, for the first time back, had great energy, played extremely well, led the football team, and did some really nice things.
How important is it to, as closely as you can, replicate what a game situation is like in these weeks of practice? I know it's impossible to do, but it's amazing that a guy who didn't play since last December can come in and drive a team down the field on the first possession for a touchdown. So something's got to be going right in practice.
Well, that's the thing. You have to create that environment in practice, and you have that sense of urgency that and really my message all last week was we need to start faster offensively. We need to start faster in these games, and we haven't had an opening drive, either field goal or touchdown, obviously, in the first 2 weeks. But so my mindset going into it was the best way to do that is let's just go hurry up, no huddle, and one, get our quarterback into a rhythm. But I think offensively, get the entire unit into a rhythm, and it was good to see us go down and score.
There are some individuals within the offense that I'd love to get some comments about. Joshua Perkins, and I think the fans look at the games and they go, who is Joshua Perkins? Why are we throwing the ball to him 3 times early in the game? What is it about him that you like? What is he doing for this offense?
Well, I'll tell you the reason why we throw the ball there is because the progression, the read takes him there. So it's not like it's designed to go to Josh Perkins. The plays are designed to go elsewhere, but the progression of the play, and people sometimes don't realize, they only see where the ball ends up. So the progression of the play takes him there. Secondly, Josh is a tremendous athlete. He brings value to us on special teams and as a third tight end with his athleticism and what he's doing in practice right now, and the things he's been showing us from that standpoint, you know, gives us an opportunity to put him in a football game and create some matchups. And you know, it's just one more guy that the defense has to account for, and it frees up Zach. It might free up Dallas a little bit to have single coverage. And then 2, you know, we got to look at the, you know, Jordan Matthews just joined the football team. So Perk has been here a little bit longer. And you know, so there's things that are internal that we digest as a staff, and you know, want to put the best 11 out there, you know, every time on Sunday.
And this kid has an upside, obviously, that you're working to develop.
Yeah, a tremendous upside, you know, and we're excited about him. You know, he's getting him better. He's improving on special teams, and you know, brings a little value to the offense.
Wendell Smallwood, not an easy 3 seasons. A lot of injuries. It looks like he's going forward, then 2 steps back. On Sunday, he got the chance. He really seemed to earn the trust of the coaching staff, getting the ball in goal line situations. What have you seen from Wendell?
I tell you, I've been pleasantly surprised with Wendell, and I'm excited to see where he continues to grow as a running back. And you know, you're right when you say he's been nicked up his first 2 years, and you know, on Sunday he ran extremely hard. It was exciting to see, and for him and Corey to kind of, you know, share the reps. Josh Adams getting in there a little bit. And made a heck of a catch down the seam. You know, the ball was a little high and behind. He went up and made a nice catch there for a first down catch inside the 10. So he continues to improve. He's someone that we can lean on, and he gives us valuable minutes.
You mentioned his name, Doug. Can you give me the scouting report on Josh Adams, who's 6'2", 225? Looks like he's a gigantic guy compared to the rest of these running backs.
Yeah, you know, you saw some of his athleticism yesterday, the ability to make cuts, see the hole. He's a big, powerful guy, and when he gets on the edge, he brings a little load. So, young guy that we've really been impressed with throughout training camp, obviously, and somebody that's going to give us again if we do have injuries going forward, if Jay can't go, or say Sproles again, or whoever it might be, he brings us an opportunity. He gives us an opportunity to get him involved, and we really don't slow down much in the run game.
I'm going to ask you if you can give it to me in layman's terms. The first 2 weeks, 17 snaps each game for Dallas Goedert. You explained it as it's just situations. But what does that mean when you have an opportunity to play him against the Colts? Is it explain in kind of like, is it the defense that they're trotting out there? Is it the looks that you feel you can take advantage of, the personnel matchups?
It's a couple things, and probably the biggest thing is that when, as an offensive staff, when we begin on Mondays and Tuesdays, really dive into the defense that we're playing, we understand how our personnel matches up with their defensive personnel, and this is why we substitute people in and out of the football game, because we're trying to create matchups or get certain defensive personnel on the field. And against the Colts, we felt very comfortable in our, what we call our 12 or Tiger personnel, because it kept base defense out there. Now, one of the things that the Colts did right away, because we were hitting them in the passing game, they went straight to nickel defense. So now we become a run team. When they go little, we stay big and we pound the football. And so it's just a cat and mouse game back and forth that we study as an offense. And a lot of times you really don't know. You have a good idea going into the game, but until the game begins to unfold, then you really see how they're going to attack you defensively, and then you can adjust during the game. So we felt going into this game that, and two, Dallas is getting better every week. And a lot more confidence each week. And you saw, Carson and him throwing the football to him, and he, had the touchdown pass that was really a sort of a route adjustment that he and Carson were on the same page. And those are the things that Dallas now, as moving forward, will just continue to give him more on his plate.
Doug, do you believe that defenses will attack Carson? I don't know, instead of laying back? Did the Colts attack him?
No, they rushed with 4. At times they brought a 5th guy. A lot of games. We knew going in this was an active D-line. They're a stunt team, very similar to the Cowboys style of defensive line. And, Carson did a great job, avoiding the rush a couple times and escaping and doing the things that he can do. And but, the Colts didn't blitz any more than we expected them to.
Tennessee on Sunday, road game. What kind of big win against Jacksonville? Defense is playing really physical football. What are you seeing from them?
Yeah, same things. This coordinator was in Baltimore, so there's some structure there, and from Baltimore. Dean Pease, yep. And Tennessee's playing extremely well. Big win Sunday. Again, we're going into a hostile environment. We're going into a warm environment again this early into the season, so we got to be prepared for that. But this is an up and coming team that we're playing, and we've got to be ready to go and have a good plan.
Yeah, you will. Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Doug Pederson, Dave Spadero, we thank you for joining us. Our weekly one-on-one presented by Wawa.